James arrives at a sharp bend above the Coldwater River. The wreck is a pickup truck 120 feet down, resting on a sheet of ice. The driver lost control on the corner, left the road, landing on the ice just feet from the river. Incredibly, the occupants escaped with only minor injuries.
Definitely going to be more challenging than the average recovery. Oh, we're using heavier chains, heavier cables.
Okay, ready?
Adam starts to climb down to the river to rig onto the truck.
He's got to be careful of his footing, grabbing onto anything, branch, stick.
Pull. Ooh, steep.
The bottom of the slope
And slippery.
is nearly vertical.
It's a bit of a drop to the creek bed. And if I slide off the top of that, it could wind up broken arm, broken leg.
Adam reaches the bottom with the rigging.
Adam!
A close call
Oh, that's cold.
on thin ice.
Went up to about my knees in the water. Parts of my legs were burning. But I still have to finish the job.
Adam starts to rig.
It's looking a little bit cold down there. I'm glad I'm not Adam.
Take up some pressure on the yellow line.
Rigging complete, Adam moves to higher ground.
Okay.
Team Reliable is ready for the ascent.
Come on.
But as James winches, the truck slides, threatening to topple onto its roof.
It'll make it a lot tougher bringing it back up the mountain. Come on. Is it on its wheels?
Yeah. Hold on.
To get the truck up the steep slope, Adam rigs a second line,
We good?
giving James more control.
Okay. You got to pull the orange line in.
Okay.
Now, 3 tons of metal must crawl up the 60-degree slope.
Right now, one of the biggest challenges is the angle that the truck has got to climb up. It's almost vertical, especially at the bottom. There's a 30-foot section that's straight up and down. Adam, I'm switching sides of the truck. If anything's gonna go sour on us, just run.
I'm going that way.
I'm in a kill zone. I could get seriously injured if the line breaks.
James switches back and forth
Yellow.
between color-labeled winch lines,
Orange.
but needs Adam to guide him from below.
He's really close to the truck, which is not what I would normally want. But he also has to be my eyes down there,
Yellow.
because I definitely cannot see anything.
Perfect.
With the truck pointing straight up,
Go.
the winch lines are under heavy load.
It's very dangerous. A chain could let go, a winch line could snap.
She's all yours.
20 feet from the top,
You're gonna hit the tree. Hold on. Oh, stop.
See if you can turn the wheel. The wheels are turned right now. It's gonna throw us towards one tree, which I don't want. that if it hits a tree right there, we're pretty much screwed.
The truck's front axle was torn apart in the crash.
No, wheels are broken.
What?
The steering wheel won't turn. Oh, stop!
I pulled the truck up as high as I can. The tree's in the way.
To finish the job and steer the pickup around the tree, a second wrecker joins the battle.
Straight back. Okay, stop.
The 1-ton will redirect the rear of the pickup. Then both wreckers will bring it up to the road in a slingshot maneuver.
Start bringing it in a bit.
Adam directs James and operator Mike Wolke from below.
Go orange, James!
Okay, hold on, Mike.
I got 2 operators above me that I got to work with. So I'm just making sure that
Bit more on the orange!
they're not fighting each other.
Okay, keep going, Mike.
Looking good!
The wreck and Adam
Lower the boom.
are finally up top.
Adam did really well. I'm pretty impressed with everybody today.
Good job, buddy.
It's a great feeling.
You want a hug?
You got it, buddy.
The loaded semi lost control. Jackknife. Coming to a stop. On the edge of going over.
Wow.
It's a winter war zone.
Holy man. Oh, the conditions are really bad here. Whoa, this is crazy.
You're just close highway down.
This is big weight there.
The hulking load
You don't even touch a job like that unless you got the right gear.
is too much for Jamie's 30-ton Mack.
Pulling it out with a smaller wrecker could end in demise.
With his other heavies tied up tonight and the scale of the job, Jamie needs a new plan.
Yeah, they got aggressive towing with several wreckers in there.
Maximize both rotators and get this truck back up on the road and on its way.
The 100,000-pound wreck will need the full capacity of the aggressive rotators. Pylines from each rotator must be rigged to the top of the trailer to keep the leaning load from tipping over.
Okay.
The high lines are rigged. So Merv and Jason
I'll just hold it here until you get snug.
get ready for the first pull.
We're trying to gingerly work a truck out of the ditch and avoid all damage.
But
It's not wanting to.
the fixed load
It's not moving ahead.
refuses to budge.
One chain breaks or something goes, this thing's flipping over.
You're fighting a loaded truck and trailer in the ditch. It wants to stay where it is.
To stop from sliding, Merv needs his rotator
Can't even get the pins out.
to get better bite into the icy road.
Frozen in.
The pin?
Yeah.
The rotators, they have a set of cleats. You can flip them down and it provides more traction.
It won't come out.
1 hour into the nasty recovery.
Oh, there's Jamie Davis.
Me and my old truck 6.
Jamie returns from helping other drivers up the road.
How you doing, Murph?
You guys got lovely weather out here.
I think that these guys aren't having a good day.
Finally, the cleats are released.
Okay, holy.
Definitely got to stay on your toes and keep moving.
These went down okay?
Yeah.
Even though his brother Jason has 2 rotators,
That's a big deal. That's a lot of weight, man.
Jamie knows it will take more iron to change the course of the battle.
You take into consideration the truck sliding back on the ice and the huge weight of this container.
You want him on the front end?
He might help us, yeah.
Yeah.
We make a decision to call in another truck.
Minutes later,
Here he comes.
Greg arrives on scene in Jamie's 30-ton Mack.
The quicker we can get in there and get this truck out of the way, the better.
With 4 lines from the rotators already on the wreck, Jamie will add 2 lines from the Mack to winch the tractor ahead, while the rotators work it from the side. Jamie leaves it to his new operator to work the controls.
You know, just these things are really delicate, right? So just do as much as you can.
You got to watch the energies that you're applying to that truck.
I don't want you to pull more than those guys. Let them work too.
There could be a huge catastrophic fail if people don't work together in this job.
To help guide the wreck,
Will you take the brakes off in the truck?
Jordan climbs up into the tilted cab to grab the wheel.
Try to work at the same time and get it up and out.
See it coming.
But near the back of the wreck, Merv's low line is showing signs of heavy strain.
Hold it.
The wreck's powerful resistance
What's going on?
Broke the belly winch line.
proves too much for Merv's low line.
There's a prime example of how you could have a fail.
We're losing the cable.
With normal wear and tear, the line was scheduled to be replaced.
We just ordered cable for that too.
Now Merv's rotator has only 1 line to bear the load, and the other
I can help it with that one. I just can't do much anymore.
severely compromised.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We're gonna try to pull it up with a little bit of a high tug.
It's a bit of a dance working with all these trucks together.
Look at that.
Merv swings the back of the trailer
Oh, there he goes.
onto the road,
Nice, nice.
Okay.
and Jason snugs up the front,
Keep going.
leaving the last step for Jamie's rookie operator.
Even with the 2 rotators, we really need Greg in here to make this job go.
On the coldest night in years,
You good?
Yeah. I think he can almost go by himself.
3 trucks, 2 teams, and 1 junior operator
Well, the front end help to do that was significant for us.
pulled together.
We got her out fully loaded. That's a good win, I'd say, yeah.
And for Jamie,
You going up there, fat boy?
Fat boy.
it's a rare moment to work alongside his youngest brother. 375 miles east, Colin Leach from United Towing is heading in his rotator to finish the job on Highway 1.
It's unlike any other wreck I've ever done before.
His father Gary follows close behind. Last night's storm has buried the second wreck under deep snow, but the big problem is what's below the wreckage.
This truck that we're going to be recovering is just on the left here. One of the concerns today is to ensure that none of the wreckage that slides down that embankment onto the railroad tracks below.
If the wreck breaks apart and tumbles down the slope during the recovery, it'll block the main track for east-west trains.
You cause something or anything to stop that train, they say it's $1 million an hour.
We should speak with him.
Yeah.
A railway rep is on scene to monitor the recovery and control rail traffic.
There's anywhere from 12 to, on a busy day, 30-some trains a day. Stuff coming down onto the tracks is a big no-no.
The cab's off of it, the hood's gone, trailer's ripped off. There's nothing left. It's all shrapnel. You can't just hook onto it and tow it away.
They'll start with the biggest piece, rigging to the axles of the trailer and trying to slide it up the slope. The crew shuts down both the highway and the railway.
We have two different worlds breathing down our neck.
Hey guys, they closed down. Sounds good.
It was basically double the pressure.
Okay, can you guys see if you can get this back door closed?
We try to close the doors to create more rigidity in it.
It's not latching at all on this side.
It won't do it, eh?
Yeah, I can't even get a bite of it.
Not this time.
We don't want any pieces letting go because it's a heck of a slope.
When you have something that severe, when stuff goes wrong, it goes wrong in a big way. The biggest thing with that truck was the train tracks. Nothing can go down that hillside.
If something is to detach from your hook or brake and that thing rolls down onto the train tracks, that's going to cause you a bunch of stress.
The last thing that I wanted to happen was it to break loose and beeline right for those train tracks. I was crossing my fingers that it would stay together.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
They've got the trailer on the road in one piece.
Okay, here we go.
Now Colin needs it to hold together long enough to make it to a pullout of the road.
The trailer went really well and surprisingly stayed together enough to get it here.
But the hardest part
We're gonna go get the truck, go for round 2.
is still ahead.
Just try not to jostle that thing.
Yeah, careful in there, eh?
It's like a big toboggan, eh? We want to make sure we got a good grab on it.
Perched on the slope, right above the rail tracks.
Just try not to jostle that thing.
Yeah, careful in there, eh?
It's one of the worst cabs I've seen.
Do you think it'd be easier for you to grab it from the other side and then hand it over?
It was a huge mess.
Whatever you can get it through.
Be very careful.
The damage and the cab's position pose the biggest threat yet to the rail line.
So it was imperative that not even a bolt go rolling down that hill towards the tracks.
Okay.
Colin will use his rotator to reach out and lift the cab up and off the hill.
The rotator lifting it was a much better chance at getting it out of there rather than dragging it.
Even with the rotator, whatever way you're picking this thing up, the basic fact is that the cab is not very structurally sound. You have to remember that this cab's been in a head-on.
We're gonna start where you guys clear. Copy that call, you're good to go.
It was creaking and cracking and snapping and popping.
Okay, I'm gonna swing it.
Heads up.
I'm just gonna drive to the pullout with it like this.
It was the last piece of the puzzle. We have to get it into the pullout so we can open the highway.
Oh, yeah. He's the man.
All right, here we go. We're moving.
It's a victory for Colin and his father, a man who shows the real spirit of heavy rescue.
When you get bucked off a horse, the best way is just to get back on again, and I think that was true in my case.
Far to the northeast of the Coke,
It's just outside of Edson.
Jamie's sending his lead driver in Alberta, Colin McLean out to a new job on new turf.
Yellowhead County, it's about 2 hours west of Edmonton.
Yellowhead County starts west of Edmonton and runs to the Rocky Mountains, with some of the most brutal road conditions in the country.
Big squalls will come through that corridor. Blowing snow, black ice conditions, freezes over. It has a lot of the same qualities of the Coquihalla.
A lot of oil and gas, a lot of back roads, a lot of winter roads.
The perfect environment for heavy rescue.
Busy.
250 miles southeast, Colin is also on the way to prove himself.
Empty heavy wrecker, 1 pickup.
Just before 7 p.m., he reaches the turnoff for his first job in Yellowhead County.
Brand new job, brand new client. It's always important to get the job done right.
But to get to the job, a stuck tanker, he'll have to drive 15 miles up an icy, narrow back road.
It's a road that's carved through the forest. It's main access into one of the major gas plants just outside of Edson. It's not meant for your everyday take the kids with the minivan down the road, that's for sure.
There's no gravel or nothing. Right now, it's pure ice.
You're in the middle of the bush, and it's a dark, icy road.
It's just not an area where you can really piss around, right?
3 loaded tankers.
The road is narrow, but heavily traveled.
Empty heavy wrecker, 1 pickup, kilometer 1.
It's a road where you need to call out your kilometers on it.
For every mile truckers drive, they must radio their location to avoid a head-on collision.
It's just not a road to be messing around on.
Look at that! Come on, get on your side.
The last thing you need to do is put your truck in the ditch. The road's basically a sheet of ice. That's all it is snow and ice.
Colin needs to take it slow and carefully to get to his first job and impress the locals.
You know, getting it done safely and getting it done efficiently. Just so, you know, this guy knows what we can do and what we're capable of.
After almost an hour on the twisting road, Colin arrives on scene.
The heavy wrecker will be out at 23.5, pulling this guy out.
A fuel tanker missed a turn on the tight corner and slid hard into the ditch.
Dennis, Colin. Ooh, she's a little slippery here.
It was in there pretty good, buried up past the tires.
Gas plant traffic is already backing up.
It's important to keep every road open. Nothing's moving, people aren't earning, tires aren't turning.
The quickest way to pull out the truck is rigging up to the rear bumper and hauling it out the way it went in.
Shouldn't be too bad.
The fuel company has already pumped out the tanker, so Colin's gambling that the bumper can take the weight.
Got one part of it done. They're never easy, but we got it out.
The tanker's on the road, but Colin's not off the hook.
It's got a hole in the radiator, so it's not really drivable.
Normally, if a recovery like that, you get it out of the ditch and they can drive it out, but due to the hole in the radiator, they didn't want to do any engine damage from it overheating.
Now, he'll have to tow it all the way back down the icy road.
It felt good to get the first job done for that new client.
Perfect, thanks. Good job.
He was really happy with it, so hopefully we get some more work from him.
Hood strapped down, lights are on, chain down. We're ready to go. Yeah, that's a win. We just got to get out of here now.
A win for Jamie on new turf.
It's really like doing battle. You're out there every day, pushing ahead, you know, pushing the front line.
One down, 23.5 kilometers to go.
Watch full episodes on the Weather Channel and the Weather Channel TV app.